Let's face it, man, life is a war. Life is a war that's filled with daily battles. For some of us, it's far worse than it is for others. For a lot of us, man, the battle is real and the battle is daily and the battle sometimes is momentary. But for others, maybe it's a life that's not so much of a struggle. But I think deep down, we are all affected in some way. And as I go through this series, man, you're going to find out what I'm talking about. This is going to be revolutionary for your life. And that's what you need right now. You need a true revolution in your life. You might be looking on the outside of you for changes. You might be all heated up about what's going on politically, heated up about what's going on social media or what have you. And thinking that, man, if things just change outside of me, then I'll finally be better. Or if I can just get the right job or the right person or the right this or the right that, something outside of you is going to make everything better. No, the real revolution we need to have, man, is not outside of us. It needs to happen inside of us. And we've got to start winning these daily battles so that we can dominate life. When you go back to what it is that's really affecting you, when you go back to what it is that's really bothering you, man, it's the fact that you're not in the supreme position in your life. It's the fact that you are losing these daily battles, and therefore you are losing the war. And this is the one life you've got, man. This is it. The clock is ticking on the only life that you've got. Let's not lose the daily battle. Let's get you stronger. How about that? Let's get you built up. Let's get you motivated. Let's get you inspired and enthusiastic and ready to truly seize each and every day. Well, that's what I'm talking about all this week in Dogfight, the daily battle to dominate your life. You know, life doesn't let up on us. It doesn't. Life doesn't give up, man. You might have some good times. We all have good times. We all have good seasons, man, but life will surprise you. Life is a merciless force at times. You know, for some reason, we think that if we just get everything right, that there's going to be easier days ahead. You know, we lie to ourselves. We think, man, if I could just get everything right in my life, then I'll have easier days. But the old saying goes, man, higher levels brings bigger devils. That's right. Higher levels brings bigger devils. You might think again, man, if I had the right house, if I had the right job, if I had the right relationship, if I had enough money, if I looked the way I always wanted to look, then life will be better for me and I won't have to struggle so much. Well, that's kind of true. Yes, definitely life will have improved for you, but does that mean there'll be no more struggle? No. Because number one, let's say you get those things that you want out of life. Well, then what? Are you going to stop working so hard? Are you going to stop the struggle? If you do, what happens? Then life comes back with a bunch of its friends to bring plenty of struggle, plenty of heartache, plenty of setbacks, and more friends with him. Just like the person who wins the lottery, right? They win the lottery pretty soon. They're doing what they've always done before. The money didn't change things for them. If you leave your life alone and you don't stay focused on growing, then life is going to come back and treat you the way it always has. Or let's say you get those things that you always wanted, but then from that new level, you start to push yourself to even greater things, push yourself to even greater changes in life, push yourself to even greater goals that you want to achieve in life. Then you're also going to meet up with life's resistance again, because life is not just going to lay out the red carpet for you since you achieve some of your goals, will it? No, higher levels, bigger devils. All to say that the battle is always going to be here to stay. It's just the way that it is. But you can begin to grow in your personal strength to the degree that the battles just don't affect you like they used to. So you might look at your life right now and say, man, I am struggling bad. I've always struggled bad. I hate it. It's a slugfest every day. And I don't win most of the time. That may be the way that you feel. But as you get stronger, as you grow, man, personal development, self-growth, self-improvement, as you continue to grow and get stronger, these external battles are not going to affect you the way they used to. And that's what we're going to break down this week, man, is the effective techniques to keep you in the fight and help you to win, help you to overcome your self-talk, help you to overcome the negative images that fill your mind, help you to not react all the time, help you to start breaking some habits, man, pulling yourself out of some depression, pulling yourself out of anxiety and stress, man, improving these relationships in your life. These all represent aspects of that daily struggle. They all represent aspects of the daily war that we are in every day. The goal is always to create a stronger you. That's the goal, certainly. Now, what is a dogfight? Again, I'm calling this dogfight this week. A dogfight is this. It's a ferocious struggle for supremacy. That's a dogfight. A ferocious struggle for supremacy. And isn't that the big question in life when it comes to daily struggles, when it comes to you becoming the person you want to be or getting the things that you want? Who or what has supremacy over you? Right? Who or what has supremacy over you? Does junk food have supremacy over you? Does your anger have supremacy over you? Does pornography have supremacy over you? Does self-defeat have supremacy over you? What about negativity? Does that have supremacy over you? Bad habits. You have a bad habit you struggle with. Does that have supremacy over you? Do other people have supremacy over you? No matter what you're struggling against, the real fight is not necessarily with other people, is it? Who's the real fight with? The real fight is with yourself. It's not necessarily with the circumstances. The real fight is with yourself. The fight is not with this, bad nutrition. The fight is with you. It's not with watching TV too much. No, the fight is with you. You can't blame things outside of you, man. The fight is ultimately with you. It's not people, for example, that have supremacy over you. It's your belief about what they think. It's your belief about what they say. It's your belief about what they do. That is what gives them power over you. You are the one who enables anybody else who does anything to you. The problem for us is that life is fighting against us ferociously, but we're not meeting that resistance with equal ferocity. And that's going to be the objective this week, is to increase your ferocity. As I like to say, we're going to put some density in your intensity. All right. We're going to put some density in your intensity, because life is merciless. So you have to show no mercy. Life meets you with ferocity. You must meet it with equal or more ferocity. Life comes at you mercilessly. You must meet it without mercy. I'm not talking about anything harmful. Okay. These are all, metaphorical and allegorical language I'm using. It's colorful language, man. It's heavy metal language, man. But just to say that sort of intensity, that sort of hunger, that sort of fire, that fight in you, that ferocious fight to engage and struggle so that you might obtain that supremacy. If you truly want to experience then real achievement and lasting change, you're going to have to win these daily battles, man. And that is the way that you're going to win this war. And this is where we're going to focus our efforts. Sometimes we can get so consumed with what we want, and we lose sight of the importance of right now. We're so contained and isolated to the future, which we have our heart set on how much we want to see changed. I want out of this poverty. I want out of this weight problem. I want out of this bad relationship. I want out of this job that I hate. We get so focused on that we lose sight of the importance of right now. We lose sight of the fact that there is no future until you learn to master this moment. And I hope you understand me. There is no future until you learn to master this moment, until you learn to master your state of mind. This is what I mean by the dogfight, the ferocious struggle for supremacy. Who's going to win? Is it going to be other people? Is it going to be your circumstances? Is it going to be your negativity? Is it going to be your depression? Is it going to be your stress? Your emotions? Are these things going to win over you? Or are you going to win over life? This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.